powers and beasts. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We got protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posse. Spola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon based to silicone based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm sad, I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was released from prison with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, tones, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? We should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem, bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on, bro. Nah, come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. Survive. Push up.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide out. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet. So my aircraft still spit. Can't be tied down or even seatbelted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The realness of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt the vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust off on some ice, some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real, mark, you velvet. Body you not for Mars, she's a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows and shit to a flat though. Haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still in hand, but we're healer man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheet. I'm one tough cookie. I don't follow our set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more to scam me. Do more to scanners. I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink pickle or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolved. At a rate, I'm data space AC, y'all. Bust stuck in the cage, face off. After it shaped the state, is a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing a step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piracy up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A crystal paralyzed what your fans get. Your worlds and pearls what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Closer than his own crew. nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too, mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah, I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the side spot. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my words. What is the icebox I'm saying? From the side box. I got a scope on you dogs. Those screws are rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blasted the fact that we gon' have this real something. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, play kick or range. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, go is no issue. Could've bloated in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle, to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who owes who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than we, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, one turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance. Silence by clients, from conspiring to novice. Other aspirants are finest, tyrants are foreign. Striding and giants through heights, I'm striding defiant. And environs and migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Nigga in my ear, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, queers, groupies, and hype men. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm non-client. A refinement and confinement and requirements for this climate. Y'all push out the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. Drill music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate your premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, or Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Bravo. Plenty much gratitude for this collabo. Yeah, it's been a long time since Greensfield Bro shot. Yeah, we here now. And the ancestors said to fuck some shit up. So here we are. Check it out. Is it the Great Reset or the Great Awakening? Great America or make America great again? Zombie apocalypse or a space invasion from an alien, or is it enemy or a fake friend? Artificial intelligence and clones are scriptural. Is it miracle or a spell cast magic ritual? Is it religion or is the path spiritual? Is the class pan African but status aboriginal? I'm not here to debate or be argumentative. Little bit of common sense to dictate we are innocent. Their intent is to slip the start of as if they swift with our children who's being robbed of their fifth. Human trafficking, child sacrifice, adrenochrome, corrupt government in position to defend its own. You part of the resistance for sure. They go send a drone for a live fact checking, but I been in a zone since I been home. Been on some let's chant down Babylon, Jericho, whatever name you give it, but let's rally on. With or without you, I'm still gonna tally on. They say this is the end time, so I'ma in the finale strong. Social media got you foolish, been a metaverse. Before the earth fully heals, it's gonna get hella worse. Got to be the living word, come out that dead letter cursor. When you spit into existence, manifest a better version. The light of the full moon, you'll soon see turtle shit in full bloom. A black sun pour doom down on these Moloch worshippers, burglars of the eternal furniture of the temple of the grand furbisher. Elijah was the precursor. Y'all didn't hear him though. Instead, y'all condemned him as if he were a criminal. Whether mothership or mother wit, we back with the vengeance. Return of the ancient ones, American engine. Operation Mockingbird, the same thing as Hunger Games and shortage of food. Truly the cause of the hunger pains is who? Honestly, a doctor. Are they phantoms of the opera proctors of Silicon Valley and Big Pharma is Operation Naomi, America's top thing that poses for the MK Ultra program. And these doses of nanotech, these tests of swabs up the noses from youngest to oldest who are not killing this COVID. Are they the deep state or are we in a deep state? We say we got eye open, it's more like we sleep wake. Is it about enlightening or do you expose shit for clout and likes, which opposes a true socialist with this double-edged sword? I'm a true vocalist, I'm supposed to spit war upon you globalists and your 21 and 2030 agendas as the women weep for me. I'm a worthy avenger. In the light of the full moon, you'll soon see turtle shit in full bloom. A black sun pour doom down on these Moloch worshippers, burglars of the internal furniture of the temple of the grand furbisher. Elijah was the precursor. Y'all didn't hear him though. Instead, y'all condemned him as if he were a criminal. Whether mothership or mother wit, we back with a vengeance. Return of the ancient ones, American engines. Respect to all the real Aboriginal Neesies out there. Keep on fighting, y'all. Feathers up. Then is the beginning. Is it the great reset or the great awakening? Great America or make America great again? I stare so, you know, sun gazing, aesthetic glow. Shine right after all this shadow work, I bear my soul. No more grooming policy, let my hair grow. You a real Neezy, fighting for freedom, then we share gold. Feathers up, you civilized or recognize I'm aware you too scared of buck. You love celeb, sure, yeah, for me you won't spare a buck. It's cool, do time, old dash about to flare up. It'll be too late for you to choose sides or square up. Now you prepare for the poles to shift. Offline cause it went dark, total eclipse. The blockchains got that on them loaded clips. Hot lava from bowl-shaped craters, volcano spit. Complete meltdown, my heat is fell down. Streets need help now, World Economic Forum still found. While we still argue about land ownership and who dwelt on the now. Spelled out with Marcos, old Egypt by feet. The world dealt and bowed. Our land beefing, all them outsiders. What means to manipulate with confidence to outfight us. Elaborate strategy used to conquer and divide us. Return of the ancient ones is here to unite us, ignite us, to purge earth of this pestilence. They must return to their own turf or residence, or worse be cursed with desolence. With no hesitance, return big mouth, first restore our father's inheritance. I'm not good with dates, got no patience for paperwork. I do know though who the movers and shakers were. Elite wars, the war, Confederacy, Mormons, Quaker Church, Mongolians, the name of you list, heated up like Jamaican jerk. All these spokespersons as if they got the secret key. Chef will point themselves to positions of regency. Me, I'd rather just be me. Turtle sheet of frequency dispersed evenly amongst the first people. Equally, this is big chieftaincy. Awakening is an endless process of opening, and there's always a door of scars, of secret pain, secret terror, and secret fear. So burn, always to be fragrant, endure bars us from the next room with revelation prepared for us. There's always another death to die. Even on the deathbed, there will be another death to die beyond the death that are already known. And beyond that death, there will be others we can't imagine. Other deaths into other wider rooms of life. This is the law. This is the process. But what is always opening to another room, another possibility, another vision, forever dying and blossoming in the divine grandeur of the sacred circle of life. This is for
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising, I mean the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all, that's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of flame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is in the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet with justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable, who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the pitiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just meditating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill this. Don't take any kind of skill. No, I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Oh, and it's too late when the caps get peeled. Don't believe the TC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When it's on the zone. Oh, man, my mission to fight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' get them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. This world is such a, and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, push, step, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stops.
Yesterday I was having a little issues with my blood pressure. It was very low. I'm only eating like 1 meal a day, so today I changed it a little bit. After I get off here, I'm eating something. And yeah, no high blood pressure, no swelling, no nothing like that. And I was a little lightheaded and dizzy, but I got it under control. Right now I'm drinking a homemade, how Gatorade was first made, with supposedly mineralized water. I got a stick of cinnamon in there, about a thumb of ginger, a little Celtic salt, about a tablespoon. It's got to have quite a bit. It's like saline. If you have a heart attack, you're in the hospital, the first thing they do is hook you up to sodium carbonate. Well, sodium, whatever they call it, but it's more of a synthetic form. And lemon. And that's because my body, because of that poison that I've been taking, I haven't been taking as much, that's why I have so much of it, pushes potassium out of my body. It literally pushes it out. And ergo, the cramping, and sometimes sleepless nights and stuff like that. So I supplement, I get it in. I'm waiting on my new plasma to come in. That's what it was. And that was sour soap tea and sour soap oil that I get. I actually had to stop the order because I won't use that stuff. That stuff will last for like a year, maybe two. But I've seen a lot of people talking about a lot of different things. Some people are still conflicted. Some people don't care. You see the little marching in LA, the people talking about a certain group of individuals coming across the border, and it was illegal by all stats, even though I don't believe in fictional borders and lines and all that. This is how the Zionists keep the narrative and keep people at each other's throats. And the majority of them won't know it because, first of all, when you want to bring down a society as the Zionists have always done, Hitler was right. And the Zionists are not Jews. That's what they lean on. That's why they want to create a Jewish state, so they can allow perversions and everything else to go against whether you believe, whatever religion you believe, and it go against it and be the very foundation to fight against it. As long as they use every idiot, special forces everywhere, to circumvent and fight their wars. They give them a false claim of existence and personify this grotesque ideology of superiority. And that's why they had to create white superiority, which was a fraction in itself. This to do exactly what they're doing now. So most people are very aware that the dollar is nothing but monopoly money, if not just as bad or worse. Yet you cannot educate people who have been educated by the very system that indoctrinates. And you would think people would rise above the occasion and reach out and change. But if you're going to do something, like the Democratic Republic of Congo, anyway, you bring war in and you murder innocents. I mean, y'all seeing right now in Gaza, all that rubble and all those bones. These individuals that went to fight, a lot of them come right from here. I'm surprised that y'all even allow it, whether it be police, fire department, military individuals, California, New York, mostly liberal states, but they come from Kentucky and Indiana, and they're supported by dumb light-skinned folks you want to call white, very dumb. Why would anyone who's wrong want to be not right? So there goes another argument and a contesting. So you have a lot of Mexicans. A lot of them are Chino. They're not even of the land. They're of Moorish or Spanish and Chinese blood. They've changed their names. It's just like everything else. But there's only two individuals who actually have the natural rights for interpretation. The Jews and the Negro. Why is it that people don't take a hold and realize this? First of all, one, because they're all converts. The real rabbis and Jews are speaking out. We're standing up against even those imbecile Zionists who dress like Jews, but they don't practice the Torah, the Talmud. They don't practice the Talmud. They're very sick individuals. Child trafficking and everything. First of all, a lot of y'all are unaware that child trafficking, slavery is legal in the outside world. I don't like calling them Arabs, and that's a slang to me. But in the Arab world, not all of them are that way. Just like in China, not all of them are that way. Just like in Papua New Guinea, right by Australia. Yet you have an Asian organization murdering the indigenous people of Papua New Guinea. And those people doing it are not of origin there. Yet you don't see the media. You don't see anyone talking about these things. Why? Because they're led by APAC. People you might know in the media, your cousins, relatives. Most times they're not relatives of yours because they've actually rounded off to a more servitude-like position to those, how do you put it, offsprings. And most of you might get upset, but yeah, you know, a true royal blood, when I say royal, I ain't talking about the bastardized one. Brothers and sisters have babies and make some of the most pure individuals. Yet that is not how we are, because we've taken on religion, we've taken on all these false dichotomies and everything else. Am I saying going out there, I would never put you in a position to feel comfortable with something without the knowledge, because ignorance reigns supreme. But the reality is, they are aware of that. They had to change that, because amongst our people, there are documents and everything where that was a commonology, to raise some of the strongest warriors, the most brightest, the most spiritually induced. But they had to bring in poisons, toxins, and everything else, and give you all these new dioramas. I mean, look at when, how do you say, Down syndrome started? Just like mental, how do you say it? Like my great grandmother, you know what I mean? Insomnia, not insomnia, that's what it is. I'm suffering from it. That's something that happened for a long time, over 20 years in the military. But dementia and things like that, up until 79, you know, which started around then, but it was very mild. And it was every time she went and got checked up, and she was getting older, and she felt like the system wasn't that depraved, going to certain doctors, but they were using stuff by Big Pharma. I was reading about when measles and mumps started, and it's funny how I found the timeline of lies. Just like I told you all about the Black Plague, or the squall that affected Spain. It was killing off the indigenous, just like they did here, the original people of the land. And then they would assert their proxies. It's well known that there is a group, and people have a hard time, and there's enough literature on it, that there are people who are cannibals, like literally in the elite, if you want to call them that. And there are those who have children for the purpose of not just murder, adrenochrome, and all that other stuff, because they're very aware of what's going on in the air and the water and everything else, and it's affecting that which makes you man and woman. Everything is coming out, whether it be James O'Keefe, there's a plethora of individuals, special force guys against child trafficking, the legions. You have certain groups, and you have the ones that are selected and chosen because they're not good or bad at all. I'm gonna read something, I guess you call it scriptural or whatever, just because it can be used to negate something positive. The airplane crash, the video was leaked, those two people have been arrested. It shows the helicopter flying directly into the aircraft. One of the people who arrested those 5 or 7 fake Jews who, when the towers came down, worked for Mossad, and they just spoke about it. You can go pull it up. I'm gonna say, in my opinion, based on what I've seen, I'm not gonna say this is facts. Okay, that they actually had explosives. Why would the CIA or the FBI want to be so arduous in hiding that? Again, in order to bring down a country, you must do it from the inside, not the outside. You can topple regimes and change presidents to set up fit the narrative that when it all comes around, because if you're paying attention to the what is the name of it? Not CDC, not WHO, but that other where they get together and gather to talk about what's going on. I forget the name of it. Excuse me. They've actually been extrapolating and conveying in their conversation the reality of the situation, that they had to set everything up in order to have your governments be compliant with Big Pharma and this, that, and other. I'm not saying it's my researchable information. I'm not saying it's facts. Conspire to destroy their own citizens. I'm not a citizen, but they don't care about how it affects. Just like you had these, and thank goodness they killed a lot of them because they were ignorant. And the ones who have come back, that they look toward, did all their murdering and killing, and they come back to the land of the so-called free. They're gonna tear the country apart by starving you, or you eat poison. They're already spraying around that graphene, while you're still talking about seed and all that other crap that they denied for the longest time, and now they're just, oh yes, we see the clouds, blah blah blah. Bill Gates was supposed to be something of entrepreneur of electronics, right? Whatever, right? But now he's all of a sudden agriculture and medicine, this, that, and other. People don't like to see the aggravate. They don't want to recognize what is problem. You still have a bunch of wayward liberals in certain states who can't get their heads together, and they're still crashing out. The most arrogant, ignorant individuals I've ever seen in existence. They will never be your conclusion or your solution. Trolls, yes, there are people paid who indiscriminately go around and they come into chats and they do a lot of stuff and they get away with it. And a lot of y'all seen it because you reported them, even the ones that use the N-word and everything else, and they're still there. These are agents, okay? Whether they're from home or whatever, and paid to do it, and they do a very good job at it because they get to live out their dreams of whatever it may be. You should not give it energy or focus. As you see, the fact checkers, they're supposed to have gotten rid of, and why are they still popping and rearing their ugly heads? Because they still have a hard time dealing with truth. I mean, look at TikTok. You can't even go on there and say free Palestine. That was a big thing, and where all the truth was coming from. So the first thing the Zionists did was AIPAC. Hey, we got to do something, and it was no problem. It was agreement. It's not really about money changing. China and them, if that's the case, employ of World War III, right? They don't care about all that. You know what I'm saying? The people may, but the government is in hands with this government. All the governments are all together. What's very disturbing is what people didn't pay attention to. Right now, they're doing the darndest to get everybody that fought in that 20-year war out of the military. It was did that way on purpose. And a lot of those people that fought that war were the most ignoramuses I've ever, the most ignorant ignoramuses, because you got the code of conduct, you got all these things that say you don't take unlawful orders. And if you're willing to kill people based on a lie because you didn't research it, but you're young, you feel like, I'm going to do this, and then you get all trained up and you just want to fight. This is the plot of the pale skins, and it always have been. And it's a sad one because it's not all of them. It's the small minority of ignoramuses, but it's also in the melanated community as well. Would I say it's a blood thing? I know it's energy. It's the conditioning. It's your state. Stand. Fact checkers, 37% conspiracy theorists correct. They are 0. I think it went up to 40% now. As things are further shown that these foreigners who have no medical history, no doctors, no nothing, started by Hillary Clinton, that bastard, a cousin who worked at CNN, who was also CIA. People have a hard time. Well, this is what they say. I don't know if that's true. But what I'm saying is I'm only sharing information that some of you might say, okay, well, I know I got information. Well, share it amongst the individuals. I'm not here talking about it because I care about it. I am pointing something out. You see the thumbnail. And I'm going to get into that here in a minute. The reality is, when you do stupid things, it used to be you'll lie until you get caught. Today, there's people at this point right here who are in position to dismiss that. I mean, you saw the brother, right, that was driving his, I guess, a Lyft or a Light or whatever it's called, Uber. The cop got behind him with his old goofy, racist, dumb self in a certain state that is big on the income coming in to buy better police cars and to pay the police. That's piracy. The federal, the witch court already stated. Right, I need some more lotion. The Supreme Court already stated the police are not there to serve and protect, or they don't have to. We all know that we see the media things where those individuals articulate to the individuality of who they are. They go out and they do things that most citizens have been known to do anyway. So it's a magnificent thing. And so people become lazy and they expect them to do it. Yet most people are very unaware of what the Supreme Court says because, you know, why would you, when you've been a victim or you're playing the victim? Or you've been locked up and your hatred is at them, so you want to be as silent as possible so you don't rile them to be put in a position where they harass and harm you. Because there's no unity, there's no togetherness. It's all unrighteous things. The bastards get to walk around on this land that was an absolute magnificent land, a world before. You can't even imagine the things that were here. You walk amongst the rubble of the dead and your ancestral heritage, and you walk in ignorance. Everything up to this point, I mean, look at Syria, right? They don't speak on the fact that you had maybe a 1 kiloton nuclear explosion used by the damn worthless fake Jews of Israel. All the weapons that are being found made in America. It's like you can see the majority of people, the true so-called Americans, I don't like that term, but the true Americans are not with this war. So who is this government? What is this government? None of you are paying attention to it because you all want something that's articulate to your own destination, your idea of what should be. You are selfish, you are not cunning, and you have sidestepped your whole existence. And that is the majority. The majority of you, if you're comfortable, you're happy. A lot of you don't even know how to communicate. You really don't. It's easy to type because you can say, oh, typo, misspell. Most people, mind state is not really there. Some people think that they're getting over, or they got other plans, or their silence is going to be the best indiscriminate tool. When no, there are some of us who look at you and we know when something's wrong. We know when something else is going on. We know when people have a hard time because they think they're less than what they truly are. Some of you won't be happy until you see the destruction befalling you. Many have witnessed it, and the children are always innocent. And you think when you become an adult, a parent, you think that everything about you, you've made it to a certain point. You have been allowed because you lived according to the lie. There are some people who have demons, right, that they say they fight, but they refuse to accept the reality that there's no demons. It's their ignorance and their intolerance to oneself. We're going to get into that in a minute. I have this idiots who follow Francis Turtle Gang. All right, there's a bunch of them, and they all is out of Africa. Now, of course, in New York, liberal, just as dumb as they can be. Am I cursing them? No, they curse themselves. What I am doing is I'm showing you that I'm speaking. Now that is on facts. Is it relevant to me? I don't really care. But when they come and converse and they have nothing to say, I sit here and look at myself, and I don't embarrass them like I'm sunbathing or something. I sit there and go, wow, you're really that dumb. You just gotta hold on, huh? Because you feel, you're alive or feeling, you feel it's right because you think you know. It's easy to create a war over here. Every one of you be running a fight and killing each other. Well, you have enough dummies, and a handful of them actually, who could be the most mischievous and dastardly individuals. When the majority, thinking they're reacting, will still hold on to the world of lies, and they'll further keep division. There's no unity. You're not practical. You're impractical. You're self-defeatist. I know it takes time to get your head right, wrapped around things that make sense. Not be lethargic, right? I pointed out enough stuff so I can read this. Don't worry about the title and the fact that, because most of you will do this. Oh, Paul. Oh, Ezekiel. Oh, a religion. Like, if you don't even know its origin and you just come across it because you lived a foul life, unrighteous, and that means against natural order, shut up. If you can sit there and literally break it down in a way that is meaningful, not conspiratorial, but meaningful in your way that could be applied, like I said, practical, then go forth, sally forth. But do not allow your feelings and emotions to get the hold of you here. And I like trolls. I just wish they were all connected to see every time one of them commits suicide or dies. So more you're welcome to come on in. So the big thing right now is going about MAGA. The definition of the terms of what it may mean. Hindi, whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to say this. if you're really that bent on it, you can go to Yahoo News with the fake fact checking, or you can go to the hierarchy of the Church of Satan. You can go wherever it is to find out what MAGA actually means, if that's so important. Like I say, a lot of people don't give energy to things you shouldn't be giving energy to. And if you only accept your responsibility to the actions you push forward and how it does conspire against you, and you create these things phonetically. I mean, you create. But you don't know because you weren't nurtured or raised and reared that way to know these things. Because even though it's subtle, you're very weak now. You're not as strong as your ancestors. Nowhere near. So if they fell and you're as weak as you are, thinking that you're correct or right, how can you aspire to be better or ascend when you waste your time in this perilous journey of self-defeatism? And let me read this. So when we look at, pull this one up. What's going to go up? Biblical hermeneutics, stack exchange, which is some stupid stuff anyway. Okay. So, who are unrighteous, whom Paul refers to in Romans chapter 1, verse 18 to 27, right? Stop leaning on the term Paul and all other nonsense. However, this seems to, upon initial reading of Romans 1, 18 through 27, it seems like Paul is talking about everyone who is not a believer, and therefore he is also talking about those who are unrighteous, as the passage implies. They put the Christ in there, and I'm gonna go over there to Ephesians, and I'm gonna give you a little something. I'm gonna break it down the only way I know how to right now, okay? But everyone who does not believe in, and here it says God, Jesus Christ, actually knows God deep down, but chooses to suppress that truth. Now, we already know the term God is self. Jesus, Yeshua, or Emmanuel, don't even bother with that. The Christ factor is knowing himself. So you're calcified, your synapses aren't firing, your gut's unhealthy, and everything works together. Your chakras are out of line. You haven't reset yourself every year to purify your blood. They can say anything they want and lay it down, and if you've been indoctrinated, you're gonna, as Paul in Romans, oh, I saw the book, Jesus Christ, oh, Mel Gibson, like, stop. It's because he talks good. They're actors. How do you get to be in the game so long? Yet y'all all say these things and then you don't even live. You live vicariously. Like, with it, as long as you feel good. It's not about the world, the earth, or anything else. All religions are like that. Well, not everybody in them, but the majority. They were created by the very enemy who wants you destroyed. And doing a pretty good job. You helping yourself. Because you didn't race your Christ awareness. You didn't take the sin area and bring it to the middle and combine them. So that way you don't have to speak about what you come to know. The knowledge that you ascertain. Because that's ego driven. I asked y'all to look in the word ego. Diva. Thug. Isn't it funny how it all came out in the music entertainment system and all that? System. Reproach. And y'all just ran with it because, oh, it felt good at the time. It was youth that felt good. The fact that you still had some tie to your source. Most of you are very blind to yourself because you give right in. Those who do not believe in God are given up to homosexuality. Why would that have to be given when the Vatican lives by that? Pedophilia and homosexuality. And yet people still run around because they can hide it. Well, what do you think that little kufi, the little thing on their head they wear? What is that? These conclusions seem flawed to me, since it seems unfair to simply claim that everyone who does not believe in God just suppressing a truth they know deep down, as even I, as a Christian, oftentimes struggle to have faith in God, and saying that the existence of God is obvious seems to preclude any honest discussion about God. They keep talking about themselves without even knowing what it means. Do you think, let's say, the five masters or that which creates needs you to know its name? You have been brought down so many times and destroyed over and over, negated, poisoned, and this time right to your face. And in the eyes of those who say they love you, it's the reverse. It's evil. Everything is indicative of what most of you come into this world. I guarantee you, every one of you that you had children, you look at what you may have given up. I know this to be a fact, but you push forward. Some people are working beyond the time to retire to be happy and joyous because they become a servant, a slave, usurping themselves, unwilling, thinking they know more than enough, but unwilling to actually learn something that may benefit them. It's too close to the end, but I'm just saying, am I giving the energy? I told you all long ago, of course I am, because I know what happens to them. I don't care what they do. Stupid is as stupid does. Over in Ephesians, King James chapter 4. Now we're going to go and we're going to read, I believe, make sure. I think it's chapter 4, verse 26 to 27. We'll read that first, but we're going to read prior and after. Okay? And besides that, through 26 through 7, be angry and do not sin. It says, be angry and do not sin. Do not let the sun go down on your anger and give no opportunity to the devil. The devil is the opposite of you. Why am I saying something don't exist? Well, it keeps you running around in a circle like a dog wagging its tail and chasing it. Or a cat seeing its image in the mirror because it knows not what it looks like. It's unnecessary. All right, so let's go ahead. Go down 26. Again, this is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 26 and 27. We're going to read prior to that and after, but first let me read what it states here. Be ye angry and sin not. Sin is your lower area, so that means stay away from that. No one should be balanced. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. What is your interpretation of do not let the sun go down upon your wrath? What do you think that means? Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. If they tell you do not go to bed angry, who in the world dealing with this affliction that you're in can go to sleep and not be angered or upset? No, that's unguided. No one. Now, if I was to guide and you were to be practical, I would say, well, the anger is always going to be there because nothing is right. When you go to slumber, it is for the benefit of your body, but do not allow the feelings and emotions that are derivatives from that wrath, which you have not committed to. Otherwise, you would have been done, turned up the White House, all that January 7 crap would have went out the window. Millions of people that they would have had to say, we got to drop a nuke. Would have went there and dismantled that building, and the police and everybody would have said, we're the hell out of here because nothing could have stopped it. That's why I say all that was an act to subjugate you further, to diminish any resistance, and to coward you further. Agents of chaos. So, no, to guide you, you can go to sleep as fired up and pissed off. Now, in your relationship, if you're stupid enough to still be in it, well, that's on your dumb ass. I don't give a damn how many children and babies you brought them into a world of perversions. You live a life of perversion. So if you're going to bed and you're angry with your significant other, you're just as culpable and foolish as he, regardless of whether you started or not, or he started or not, or you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. It takes two to play, right? Neither give place to the devil. So you should not be meditating on such. You should be able to meditate through guidance on emptying the visage, seeing things for what they really are, looking at the part you plays, and stop being deposed to the narrative that put you in that first category of that position. Every one of you do dumb things. But if you sit there and you procrastinate, you're going to go to sleep, and you're going to wake up, and you're going to be on the sofa and everything else. But if you don't procrastinate and you allow yourself to see yourself and hold yourself responsible, to which most people don't, like that cop going over to that brother, pulled him over just for revenue because they were fat ass, worthless, punk, fake, fraudulent Zionist chief. So we'll sit there and go, I see nothing wrong. That's what all the dumb tards do, not really knowing what's coming for them, right? And that's sad, but you're living in a time like that, okay? And we'll stand by it even after they changed it. Thank goodness the young man had a dash cam to show that this cop was Russian. He didn't care. He was racist, lying, dirty, and no good. Is he still working? Of course. Oh yeah, they fired the guys, the correction officers. Oh, the feds. Oh, we gotta do something. First of all, they should be locked up. But see, this is the insidious beast. They will not ever sleep comfortable. Nor the ones who think they sleep comfortable because they've been party to the red shoe, the black eye, blah, 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 blah. I mean, think about it. The Mason symbol, right? Star David's no Star David. They made that shit up. The Jews know nothing about it. The real Hasidic, the ones who practice it, they don't know what that. They don't care about. That's the Star of Rembrandt. It has everything to do with Nimrod, something ancient, something diabolical to usher something in that probably is already here regardless. It keeps the mind stagnated. It keeps false principles. It keeps, even though they're low at a certain level, and it keeps people believing in religion and seeing everything because you are prolificers, you're fornicators of the line. You refuse to have a decent living, to further allow your upright and your birthright to exist. It is not citizenry. It's not, none of this is foolishness. It has nothing to do with any of it. But you cordon yourselves off because you were brought up in the diaspora of this fictional existence. Therefore, you will mitigate, you will create, and you will walk in the lane of that creation that you embark upon. Now let's read before and a little after. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord. What Lord is that? Beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. If that ain't the most bunch of hypocritical bullshit that nobody can make sense of. I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, yet landlord, title limbs, and everything else, fictional government, big government, all those who are privy to all the perversions. Ain't it funny how all of a sudden the government got all these Hindus? Melanated perversions, whether they be gay or lesbian, with all lowliness and meekness, you're nobody's prisoner. You don't lock yourself away to believe in something. But when believing in something is the lack of knowledge or knowing, and it's supposed to assert something to be as dominant as, oh, I've seen it as glorious. You don't worship. You're not a prisoner. That means you become free. The lies are just redundant. Anyway, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. You're not supposed to be suffering shit. This right here is spell casting. That's what these scribes, these bastards have done, just like the media, the news links, and all of them do today. Endeavoring to keep the unity of the spirit and the bond of peace. Where's the bond of peace? When you don't know what it is. So you're a prisoner of the Lord, lowering meekness. That like alludes to being humble. But to speak that way, it's as trifling as it is, to sit there and to cast stones upon the devils, to say bond of peace. Peace of what? There is one body and one spirit. Source, physical. If you want to hold on to that. Even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. Is hope practical for you? Or would be applying it be practical? I know I said hope a couple of days ago, but I was saying it because this means something to y'all in ignorance. Hope is an illusion. Those people, before they became bones in that rubble, dried, burnt bones, were praying. And religion gets to this other consort of, don't worry, it'll be made right in the end. Well, this time that's actually true, but not how it's been laid out. The idiots don't know how to leave. Stop. Because you have these other things. When you do things and y'all have no idea. Whew. I have a story to tell. Let's go on. One God and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all. Listen again. One God and Father of all. There's only one of you. Dismiss his mother as if she's unnecessary. But don't you see that playing out? They killed all the female trees. They poisoned the grandest of the water of life that fed us. It's all poison. Oh, there's still some out there ain't too poison, but it's the Mother Earth, right? Gaia, her beauty and majesty. Destroyed over and over and over. Not that she doesn't cry out. The rocks cry out. Y'all know that poem and okay. The reality is most people don't know how to interpret these things because you have been given this fictional talent of understanding. When you don't understand nothing, you understand. You stand under everything that they lay for. Okay? And then through all and in you all. Well, if the God and the Father is within you, that's everybody, right? But if you know, double speak, that's what the Bible is. It's like the Quran and everything else. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Christ. Well, a lot of y'all's measure is kind of low, wouldn't you say? Some of you kind of high, they get rid of you real quick. I'm not no facsimile in any of those departments. Well, I ever said whatever. The reality is you don't move in alignment of light. You move in alignment that is spurting and jetting and running. From to where, who, away from, I don't know. You create your own because you have listened to liars. And you think that it's supposed to be verbatim. Very untactful. And you got all these goofy researchers thinking they know everything and they don't know nothing, trust me. Wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high, right? The north, there's a black mountain. No, it's there. When he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive. He led captivity captive and gave gifts unto men. When does that happen? When has that happened? I'm just going to keep it real simple. I'm not going to go and beat this into a wad for fried steaks, okay? That sounds good. Fried steaks with gravy and mashed potatoes with carrots, peas, and, oh my God, baby corn. Anyway, right? Now that the ascended, listen, now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? Listen, now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? Makes absolutely no sense. Even though the diatribe, I can break it down. I want you to pay attention one more time. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? They say show, you know, pillars, earth, wall, membrane, too, blah, blah, blah. They need to keep you misfocused, redirected, and cunningly kept there. This is what has all you religions at each other's necks. Literally goofies, who are just murderous sociopaths, probably inbred, sexing little boys and everything else, cutting people's heads off. A lot of them are dead, not all. Even here in South America, all of them, moment of time, no grace, no passion. It's legitimate. It's going to happen. Doesn't matter how you want to paint it. Forget all the burning fire crap. It's a trillion times beyond that. Don't even allow that to be. Come on. When you can see a Taiwan Vietnamese monk sit there and emulsify and set themselves on fire and not bark, scream, or holler numerous times, that should point out something. He that descended is the same also that ascended up for above all heavens, that he might fill all things. All heavens, you're supposed to be living the heaven. Christ, the chrism, the sin, the balance. So they, them, what? You, right? Don't even see that. You are in your own self-defamation, your own place of purgatory, guided by the very enemy that is pushing for this all-out war. Destruction. Idiots run around LA, take your ass back to Mexico and fix it up and shut up. Brothers, stop the bullshit. Take your ass back to Mexico, fix it up, and we'll keep coming. It was beautiful. We built this. And a lot of you are intrusive. And you don't even know it because we stopped working for the pennies. And you think working for the pennies and putting it together, which is intelligent. We did that. But y'all are ignorant to it. Stop it, brothers. They allowed y'all to come over, and a lot of you are really good. But they only wanted to be able to get the enemies in. And that was the way they were able to do it. The enemies of you, of us, and anyone you parlay with them thinking it's a benefit, them bastards will turn on y'all and establish, excuse my language. I mean, you know, the Islam has grown exponentially in the last 10 years in Mexico and South America and numerous places. Nothing wrong with that, but the principles where it's derived from. It's all hate of America, this, that, and other. When it's not America, it's the government. And the idiot paleskins who run around frivolously like, oh, the greatest. I'm Delta Force, I'm PJ, and look at me, Grandpa, and all these weapons and everything else. Look at, that's meaningless. They already proved that in Vietnam and every other damn war. Everyone can die that when you're living a death. They've changed the time on my tablet again with their dumb selves. He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above heaven, all heavens. Right now, you're descended. You have not ascended. You have not reset. Your blood, everything about your aura is petrified, putrid, and perverted. You have to reset. You have to fast. One of the hardest things for me to do. You have to. For the perfection of the saints, for the work of the ministry, and for the edifying of the body of Christ, the body of Christ. To be edified, to know self, to be the saint you were always meant to be, the saints, not sanctimony of their scribes. Till we all come in the unity of the faith, not religion, your existence. We're supposed to have faith in one another. I can't even lean on you guys. I have to belong to some circus clowns or racist ideology or narrative or some goofy crayon color or fake ethnicities and everything else to be unified. Therefore, you like and want to help us build. That's an example. But speaking the truth in love, speaking the truth, that's all needs to be done. Speaking the truth may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ. Head, even Christ. The truth, a lot of you are not in tune with who you are. You will escape. You will create every excuse. You will keep yourself a proprietor of all these things outside of you, not knowing that by doing so, you negate everything outside of you to be rational, to be your conviction. And by invoking the unnatural state and unnatural laws, connivingly, conveniently convincing yourself that you're doing right. From whom the whole body fitly joined. The whole body fitly. I think a lot of us PFASs and a whole lot of psychotropics and heavy metals and burgling graphenes and all kind of stuff, waiting for the frequencies and everything to kick off. From who the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint suppleth. I've got arthritis like a bam. No, I don't. But anyway, you get where I'm going? To the effectual working in the measure of every part, maketh increase of the body unto the edifying of itself. In love or an equal word game. Ooh, the tortoise beat the hare. How is that possible? Make it make sense? Can you do that? This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord. You're not supposed to be the Lord of your vestige, your vessel. The Lord of the ground where you step. Not the Lord, but the Lord of your existence, not something outside of you. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind. That means you're an empty visage, walking with a Lord over you, even under you. You do not walk in the hemisphere of your existence. You are far and far, wide and far from. This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their minds. Having the understanding, we know that the fake Jews walk in the vanity of their existence, and the lies of misinterpretation, because they've converted, whether it be pedophilia, homosexual, lesbian, whatever it may be. The Zionists use them as the proxies, yet the rabbis are coming forth. No, we converted to the religion. They are not, who are the press to say, only ones on this land who are saying that and arguing with you are the Zionists, the prolificers of war, tirades, and everything else your ancestors dealt with based on the treaties breaking, the fiat, and everything else. That's why they don't tax one another, and so forth and so forth. While America's giving $1 million over there, kids get a certain age, once born there, get a certain amount of fiat, and no one's seeing it for what it is, because it's a big game, and the changer is not even in the hand, or even up here. It's like y'all are walking with these or blinders. Having the understanding darkened. Having the understanding, standing under, darkened, being alienated from the life of God through the ignorance that is in them because of the blindness of their heart. So did the creator, creation, give you ignorance? Did it make it within them? You? Because of the blindness of your heart? What part does the heart plays if it's to be blind? No compassion, no frugal fake love, and all these other things. Yo, what's that, bro? Hold on. Yo! UPS, hold on. I figured everybody else could hear. I guess mile home. Good here. Now, again, having an understanding jargon, being alienated, everything's gonna be an alien from your true existence. Actually, you are alienated. They made sure of that. And if you read this crap without being able to interpret it, you will stay way on the other side. You'll probably run to a pastor, one of them worthless deacons, somebody doing Sunday school, and they'll tell you all this bullshit about, oh, and this is what it means. I've heard it. And I'd be looking at them like this. Are you really trying to feed me that? Well, this is my interpretation. Why are you interpreting your interpretation to me when I don't see it? Then what do they do? Oh, okay. Well, this is for godly people. Okay. Who being past feeling, listen, who being past, like in the past, feeling, have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. That's to subjugate you, to put you in turmoil, to have you second guessing, and to keep paying these fake ass preachers 10% of your earnings when they're not even Levitical. Because you know they're not going to teach you that in the Old Testament, where the tithes were, and it had nothing to do with fiat money rules, all the things that you all work together to help others, to make sure you had enough. And when you had more than enough left over, the starving times, you all know the stories no more, but in the first destruction, well, the second and third, to make sure people were fed who survived, who weren't caught when they hunted to kill off those who may have survived. That's right, so-called Africa. When you first went there, we were in the deluge. We were always going over there and making sure that you all had something to eat. Because you still are relatives as ignorant as you are, but we're not from there. Neither are you. Unless they make the ignorance of the Pelicans who don't know no better, the Cabbage Patch Babies all over the world are orphans, sadly. The ones taken away from melanated women and men. Believe in some fake superiority and give them a religion that doesn't even talk about them. Unless you're an albino. Anyway, that ye put off concerning the former concerning the former conversation. I should know this by heart. The old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts. Wow. So don't listen to the wise. Everyone that you come across as older is supposed to be a perversion while you work in a perversion. Wow, what kind of religion does that? And be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Well, damn. Renewed, that means you can see all information, you know everything. But that is far from what they're asking. And that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. I don't see a whole lot of that going on, so maybe somebody missed the mark. What do they mean when they say, and that ye put on the new man? What they ascribe you to, what they determine is righteous, compliant, docile, fearful, afraid, fraudulent in your existence, a narrative painted by an enemy who is opposite of what they ascribed, because you're subjugated, nurtured from a youngling to a certain point to accept. Look at all the people having a hard time liking this. What's something wrong with y'all? Ain't nobody, you're gonna follow a bunch of people that fit your narrative, give you hate, and keep you running around in the fusillade of your existence. You don't want this to go out, is that it? So maybe we have a lot of goofy Zionists watching because of their perversions. I tell you what, I'll welcome you here. Come with all that Palestine shit, them drones and all that. Come on. So okay, give you a quick. I can create it. Would you like that? Dumbasses. That's what you are. You think that's feelings and emotions? No, actually, that's extrapolated upon the truth. A bunch of dumbasses. Lazy, slothful, contrite, irrevocably incorrect, wrong beyond all facsimiles of wrong, inaptitude, ignorant, dumb, unethical, no edification of truth, wayward, rather despondent to anything that may be plausible because of your subjugation and the perversion you think exists with a false religion you never partake in because you don't even know what that is. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members of one another. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. What do I say every time that I arise? What do I say, T, when I arise? I am angry, more angrier than 1,000 of you put together, because I really don't care, and I know that I gotta come into a live, I gotta speak on some things and break some things down, but it's not your anger, it's something different, and I'm comfortable with it. I don't have to act upon it. Oh, because I offered you to come here so you can see for yourself. It's not my problem if they have to get a paddy wagon to take you away in. Neither give place to the devil. Do y'all know what the interpretation of the devil really is? I bet some of you said, oh, girl, we just divas. Oh, I'm a thug. Looking at goofy ass homosexual Tupac, whatever the fuck, make sure Shakur with thug on this thing because he done sold out, right? Not even telling you how he incited himself to be in the position that he is with his lying history and everything else. He ain't dead. I don't follow Star magazines and all that goofy shit. He is not dead. Dummies. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth. I don't need to read no more. Isn't it funny? I don't eat that much, and I went from 192 back to 200. It's prepping me for something. Anyway, I'm gonna shout you guys out. We gotta make some concrete and board today. I hope y'all look at that. Over 3,000 and recently over 50, and I don't have 50 likes on a little video showing you the work we're doing. Some people have commented who actually do work, and I appreciate you. Let me see something. I expect more of y'all to be a little more compassionate when you, even if you're not compassionate with yourself or those around you, to support the brothers and what we're doing. It's not always the case, but we got to go up here and tidy up, knock something to a little bit to the left, and mix this concrete and pour it. You know. I'm just looking at it right now, actually. $51 views, 18 likes. Are y'all that press? Is it that hard? I even shared it with a bunch of people on fake-ass Facebook, so-called indigenous worthless niggas, and I just know that they were going to do the same thing because they're all scripted and everybody thinks they're a chief or a leader or some other goofy shit. The most comical consortium of individuals I've ever seen. Pressed, feeling some kind of way. That's why I read that. just show you that no one's walking in their steed, in their truth. Your convictions are division like. It's unsettling, and it is beyond scripted. We're talking about women and men all over there. Everybody is all about look at me and my beauty, look at this and look at that and all this other goofy shit. And then I said what I said and all this other fake fraudulent. Ain't nobody saying nothing against me, blah blah blah. I would never allow them people to come here. I wouldn't care if they was outside the wire and they were thirsty and hungry. Yo, Ganja! I don't know what else. Supposed to be 2 of them. 2 more. You know? I'm gonna shut you guys off. I'm gonna get off of here and make me a nice fat ass sandwich. I might fry up a steak. I don't know. Should have got some organic potatoes, but I don't trust none of them. I didn't see any beautiful, nice organic yams, which is my preference. But don't take it personal. Take it personal. Don't bring an intifada. Oh, shit! I got stung by a bee. Fucking dumb fuck. Yo, cuz. Come here and pull this out, man. Stupid motherfucker. So I can pull it out. I'm not allergic to it. I just felt the stupid motherfucker. Yeah. It hit me right there. Stupid ass. Right here, right? Should be right there. It's a bee sting right there. See if we can get it out. It's there. It's in it. It's in it. Yeah, can you, like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't see the sting.
I just scratched it when they stung me. I was like, little bastard. That's why I don't kill them. But sometimes they already on their last leg, and I might have leaned against them, but he shouldn't have stung me, dumbass. He'll be dead soon. But anyway, right? I was like, I felt that motherfucker sting. Yo, bring me that Bentonite clay. Oh no, me and my brother Reg was messing with a beehive. We ran home. He got hit about 20 something. I got hit about 12. Yeah, it was a good. I think it was a bee too. I hope it wasn't a spider. I'm looking. I hope it wasn't a spider. Just the spider could be a little downright. You know what I mean? Well, then we had to go down the street. You know what I mean? Right. Man, that was a good one. Let's see. Make sure what it was. It wasn't no little fucking goofy ass, one of they little drones and shit. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to see what it was, because you never know. Now these days, they got all kind of shit. They goofy ass selves. And if it stung, if I smashed it, it would be down here dead. Make sure it came out my shirt too. Hold on, guys. Let's make sure. You know, there's all kinds of little shit they fly around with their little goofy ass cells. That was a good little bite, whatever the fuck it was. I don't want to pull a knife out in front of the camera and cut it in front of y'all. Yeah, it got me, whatever the fuck it was, cuz. Yep. Damn. I'm trying to see what it was. If I squished it, it should be down here. Some more Bentonite. Hold on, guys. Yeah, it was live, right? Thinking the shit was sleeve too, man. I don't think that was on my. Just want to make sure it wasn't a black widow, guys. That's all. Most times, black widows and stuff like that won't bite. They'll cling on, which is not no problem, you know. But if you lean up against them, their response is to put venom, you know what I'm saying, to hit you. And that's when I make sure it wasn't that. Yeah, we do have black widows out here, and we have brown recluses. We have all that shit. And I think it was a bee. Because they've been flying around me a lot. So I leaned up. I think it was under my sleeve. Yeah. Just want to make sure it wasn't nothing too poisonous. Which I'm not really fretting about or worried about. See? God damn. It's 2? Holy shit. It's 2. Like a damn a snaggletooth snake bite. What the hell? That is crazy. Been a night. Horsefly, deerflies, and gnats. Fire ants, which we have here. Harvest ants, blister beetles, we have those over on the side. Centipedes, which it wasn't. Bees, obviously. I just want to make sure, because I'm trying to see the sting felt different from a bee sting. Bee stings aren't that bad on me. But you know, we have the bark scorpions and stuff like that, and that's not where I would have saw it on the ground. You got the Africanized honeybee. All right, so it could have been that, because those are here. It was very, very stingy, and I've had the regular. I think it's only one. I think it's the female bee is one that stings, not the male. If I remember right. I gotta look into it, but yeah, that was a pretty big sting. And I've only saw a few ants in there crawling around because it's warm. But anyway, like I was saying, let me shout everybody out. And I'm gonna make something to eat. And that was a good damn sting, bro. I wasn't one of these little drone shits flying around. Y'all ain't seen nothing, did you? No, you couldn't have saw nothing. When I leaned back, I leaned up on here and it hit me, man. I think it was up under my shirt. Honestly. I'll take it off and have a look. Anyway, that was a good bite, bro. Good sting. Damn, it's swelled up already. Holy shit. That's a nice sting. It's nice. Yeah. I know I'm not going to stand up here and urinate and put it on my arm. That's where my grandma and them used to be. Boy, just pee on the rag. Just pee on the rag. And then that's when I got hit them 12 times. I was walking around them with a big thing of urine. But got it off. I just want to make sure it ain't nothing under my shirt want to bite me again. Okay. Anyway, Let me shout you guys out and get up off of here. If they don't want to hit the like button, fuck them. Deb D, got you, ganja. Oh, Mac, what's up, beloved? ML, Baby Girl Slaughter, what's up, Mama Kane Johnson? Grand Ascension, everybody. Yes, Wendy, bro. Try the box thing. What Navi was talking about. You should try the box thing. What's the box thing, bro? We're gonna look at it. They don't want to learn. Nope. Hey, man. You ain't gotta. Yeah, that's all right. Deb, what's going on, beloved? Marcus William. 80s born. What's your thoughts on the plane crash? I have no thoughts, no energy for it. It's all scripted. Even the one in Philly. Oh, that could have been something else going on. Who knows? Hey, Snoo, what's up, baby? Nah. You know what I mean? That was a good little bite, y'all. I hope I find whatever it was. Should know better than that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get something to eat. Get out the sun. We got to make some concrete and pour it. We got to set it right. And then I'll get with you guys here in a little bit, okay? That's a bee right there. That's a wasp. You sting me, motherfucker? Huh? You ain't got no time to be up in here. Get your ass up out of there. Son of a bitch. Make me kill every last one of you when I come around here. Yeah, you. Think I'm playing? Huh? You figured it out, didn't you? Huh? You don't like it? What'd I tell you, motherfucker? Huh? What's wrong with you? Stay in your goddamn lane. They land on me all the time. I've never been stung. This little yellow motherfucker that be coming from over there, wood one. You better be mind your manners. You flying away, so you just got knocked out. Get your ass away from me. Yeah, you don't kill bees or nothing, but you don't do that shit. I don't give a fuck. You don't land on me if you're not invited. Anyway, see you guys here in a little bit, and we'll be reading, okay? I gotta go eat something though. Son of a bitch. No, he's flying. He flew off. Better not come back over here again. Anyway, appreciate y'all. You already know. I figured I'd hang out for a couple of minutes. Usually if it's venomous, I'd have been on the floor. That way you can see it real time, you know? And see if you got the people around you know what to do. I actually have a snake and spider bite kit. It's yellow in my book bag by the end of my cot. So, you know, things like that, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm not allergic to this shit, so I don't like the fact that the motherfucker had the nerve to be sitting on me. Y'all didn't see nothing. Oh, you can't see anyway. All right, so it's my fault. I always get it up in my face. I could have been like, you're weird. I would have saw it anyway. Let me get off of here. All right, I got to eat something, and then we got to get up here and get this stuff done. And I appreciate you guys, all right? Hey, Lucy Rose, make me not want to get outside. Like I just every operation is going on beneath me. He's in the lab. My military base is all over here. China is, yep. I couldn't see everybody's comments and stuff, man. They always do this goofy stuff, y'all. Sting is still inside? No, it's not in there. Still in. Yeah, I'm about to put my shirt off and take a look. I got some weird things happening to me, not just slutty like things too. Hey. Well, because you couldn't see it. It was out of the camera, so you can see got stung or bit, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I didn't kill it. All right, I knocked it the fuck out. It was on the ground. It looked over and it took off. So they've been flying all around. They actually landed on me, the little honeybees, I guess you would call it. But the big one, if it was sitting there, I didn't hear the, you know, I'm talking. And if I lean back and it decided, because it's sitting there when I lean back, son bitch, man, you better not land on me again. Read my above comments later. I don't think you're going to find it. No stinger. It's all right. No, there's certain bees that don't leave stinger. Certain whatever they wasps or hornets or whatever. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. Old enough to know I've been stung and bitten by so many different things. All right. And you never know. They got their little flying little things that fly around now. The thing is to keep your cortisol levels down. You know what I'm saying? And things like this can stress you. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I like stupid people. That's not a good thing. All right. I'll let y'all catch y'all later.